was that conversation. I know I'm so smart. I know. So, no fighting. Okay, so welcome to a new vlog. It is this Melbourne weather, guys. It was so warm for like 3 days and now I'm freezing again and it's not okay. Okay, it's not okay. I'm freezing. Okay, so new vlog, new week, new book. I'm starting Babel and I'm so excited. I'm just like reading it and it's just like won so many awards and it's a standalone and RF Kwong. I'm so scared, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to like fall into a new world. So I hope there's magic. We don't know yet, but I hope there's magic. We don't know actually. This blanket, guys, look at it. I made it. I know I'm so stunning and amazing and my cat is sleeping on it. She's so cute. The little eye peek is everything. Okay, so the current dilemma. I had supposed to have a psychology appointment at 2:30. It is 2:50. I've not gotten the phone call yet. But then again, a phone number did call me twice at 1:30. Did I put the time in wrong? And then just ignore. It's a high possibility. It's a high possibility, but I just don't want to deal with it. I really don't want to deal with it. I just want to read my book. I don't want to deal with it. I'm so done with people and life and just leave me alone with books forever and I'll be fine. I don't need anything else. My book and my cat, that's all I want. That's all I want. Just leave me alone. Anyway, I was going to put bows on each corner, right? This is very cute and adorable. But I think I want ones with like tails on them. So we're gonna do bigger, better bows later. I'm just like, do I just sit here for the next like 40 minutes and not go to my psychology appointment? But I'm also hungry, so do I have lunch? Pain and the suffering. And I also had a lot of things to tell her. Yes, queen. Let's just, but I really want to read this. But also, I don't want to ruin the experience by being distracted and like dreading the phone call. So, I think I'll eat lunch. I'm on the 4th, for like the audiobook we're going on right now. I'm on the 4th Heroes of Olympus book. And if you know, you know. Favorite characters are somewhere very fucking dangerous and that is not okay. Yeah. And I think I've decided on my like little audiobook rotator. I think I'm gonna go between the Harry Potter series, the Fourth Wing, the Imperium series, and Percy Jackson / Heroes of Olympus. I think those are gonna be my like, rotating audiobooks. That sounds so good. It sounds so good. And it's also really motivating for working out because you're working out and you're listening to your favorite series and you're just like, yes, lay. So yeah. What the fuck was that conversation? Oh, I'm really looking forward to that one. But I'm also hungry. Oh, food, disgusting, yucky, but food is fucking necessary, unfortunately, so we're gonna go have food. And yeah. Oh, it's so cold. Why did I just take my hoodie off? It's so cold. And I just got 2, like, because it was hot for a few days, and I'm just like, oh, I need short dresses, so I ordered 2 short dresses. They arrived, so they're super cute, now it's too cold to wear them. Yeah. Thanks, universe. That was great. That was great. Okay, so hello everybody. I am reading Babel. People, it's so glorious. I couldn't hear them because I had my headphones on. Okay, so I'm reading Babel. We're like nearly 200 pages in, and yeah, my brain hurts actually. I thought I was signing up. Okay, so I do love the atmosphere. Let's settle on that. Okay, I love the atmosphere. Most of the time they're in Oxford and It gives rainy, dreary, study 1800s. The architecture is all old-fashioned and gothic, and they're sitting there studying when it's raining, and I'm just like, I want to live your life. And they all get their own doors. And I'm loving living. The Secret Society Hermes. And then Robin helping with that, and I'm really loving him so far. He's such an intelligent main character, and his descriptions of what's going on and what people are thinking is so good and accurate, and I love that. I love that, and I love the realism and the education I'm getting in translation. Not sure if I love that part. Like, I didn't sign up for a bachelor's degree trying to read this book, but yeah. I have an ulcer like right here under my lip, and it really fucking hurts every time I talk. Crochet update. Let's do a crochet update, shall we? I'm gonna do this on each of the corners. So like a red bow on each of the corners like that. It looked better before, I swear. It's you guys giving the bow stage right. There we go. Looks so pretty. So I'm gonna do a big bow like that on each of the corners to make it very Christmassy. And I'd lost my phone since yesterday, but then I found it. It was on one of the shelves on my bookshelves, and I just left it there like the imbecile I am, apparently. Every time I look at the cover, like, it's stunning. It is gorgeous. Like, oh. And I'm like, it's kind of breaking my brain cells. Like, imagine trying to read this at 12 o'clock at night, and you're just going, and they're trying to tell you, like, the principles of translation, and I'm just like, girl, what do you mean? I signed up for epic fantasy over here. No, but I love it, and I love the magic system. Actually, shut up. Okay, we'll do a quick explanation of the magic system. Silver. That is the basis of the magic system in this world, and it has to do with translation and babble. So a basic explanation of what babble is, shall we? I actually searched this up. Don't What do you start talking like a translator, even though I only know one language, and that is English. Okay? Okay. So this is like a work of fiction, and like she discusses it in her book. Babble is not an actual thing. I thought it might have been. Well, it's like described in the Bible according to this, but like let's just anyway, she's put Babel in the 1800s in the middle of Oxford, and it is a translation place. And the name is called Babel because, you know, like when people like babbling, it doesn't really make sense. That's because, okay, so let's go back to the Bible thing. In the Bible thing, in like real world Bible, Babel, so everyone, there was like a universal language called the Adamic language that everyone used and everyone knew, and there wasn't any confusion in the world. But then it was like the angelic language, I think. But then something went wrong, and like God, I don't know, someone like dispersed everyone all over the world and gave everyone different languages so that there would be confusion or babble. I know I'm so smart. I know. Okay, so that is babble, and that in this fiction world has been placed in the middle of Oxford in the 1800s. So now that is like the translation university of Oxford, and that is where these people are currently enrolled. And I gotta say, I am loving the etymology. And there are so many new words. Like, I have my phone on me constantly just looking up all the new words I'm seeing. Okay, so the magic system. I was explaining the magic system. Let's get back on topic, shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, so the silver bars. On the two sides of the silver bars, there are written two words. One mainly in English and one in a different foreign language. Okay, so the foreign language and the English word. What is different? Okay, this is actually kind of difficult to explain. Okay, Let's try to find a good one because they just explained this. Oh, yes, yes, okay. So, the Greek word idiotes can mean fool, as well as idiocy, derived not from lack of natural facilities, but from ignorance and a lack of education. But whereas the English word just means, idiot, fool, basically. So then you put idiot and idiotes, and the difference between the two words, the one that's lost in translation, is what the silver gains as its power. So, I lost that page, but so they both mean fool in both languages, but the Greek word also means the Greek word also means an ignorance or lack of education that comes from isolation. I think something like that. So then when the metal bar is in use, it takes away someone's memories. That wasn't really the best example, but that's the sort of thing. And it's really interesting and it's really complicated and it's feels like I'm like taking a whole new university course and I was not prepared, but I'm enjoying it anyway. And I start reading like this big paragraph trying to explain translation to me and I'm just like, sure. Or I'm like very hesitant to keep reading. But then I get to the end of the paragraph, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, look at this page. All the like words in italics are like words from different languages and I'm just like over here like, what am I reading? This actually makes me really want to learn sign language. I've always had like this want to learn sign language because sometimes I just don't want to talk to people. Talking is just ick. So yeah. We're gonna keep reading. I was trying to find like the right bow to put on my blanket and I made like these fun ones. These are like the extras. This one and this one. Look at our cutie pie. But not quite the right one, And a few of like my favourite scenes from the Hero of Olympus just happened. First of all, Jason and Nico and the scene with Cupid. I loved that scene. Don't redo this up, but I loved that scene. Okay. And Leo just fell from the sky. I also loved that scene. Yeah, I'm also loving, because that's currently what's happening right now, and I'm loving that too. Me trying not to give away any spoilers for people who have read Percy Jackson, but not the Heroes of Olympus, aka one of my best friends. So, yeah. I kind of forgot how good the Heroes of Olympus series was. Like, out of all of Rick Riordan's works, I'd say the Heroes of Olympus was my fave. Yeah. It kind of makes me just like want to read the series and not like listen to it, but like we're gonna have to be happy with the audio books. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep getting our brain fried and we are going to be enjoying it. Okay, so I just finished Masterpiece. Monstrosity. Masterpiece, like, at least now I know how all of R.F. Kuang's books end. I know what's gonna happen every single time I read one of her series because I've also read The Poppy Wars. I crooked my neck and now I like can't do any like dramatic movements and it's really annoying because I'm such a dramatic person. Anyway, okay. That's not a good angle. Okay. Okay. So, wow. Wow. 5-star read, like. And the cover is just gorgeous. I wish we got to know his name. That's all I'll say, but I wish we'd known his actual name. Because you never find out. And I really want to know. I really wish I'd known. Like, what if that was like... so much. And... wow. Have I explained... I think I explained the basic premises of this in my last clip. But like, wow. We'll do a little continuation on, shall we? So he joins a society called Hermes. I'm just... I remember the letter Griffin wrote to Robin and that Victoria read. There were others? Actually not. I'm actually... No. Okay, wait. Fuck. It's the... After an event, I expected to cry and I didn't. And then I was just bawling my eyes out. But that's the mark of a good book. It gets you, you know? It really fucking gets you. And it was a standalone. So, what do you mean? I hate everybody in this book. Most of them. I hate mostly everyone in this book. Like, couldn't they see the contradictions? Couldn't they see the similarities between themselves and China? Like, it was obvious. It was obvious. Oh. But then again, this shit's still happening, so... Anyway, he joins Hermes. I don't know if I already said anything about this or not, but I'm gonna like scoot this way so I'm like fully in the sun, even though it doesn't really work because my desk isn't working over there, okay? So he joins a society called Hermes, which tries to reroute England's opinions and what they do when they try to interfere with what they're doing and stopping wars and... wow. Yeah, wow. I love her writing. R.F. Kuang is amazing. She portrays humans so well. A lot of main characters, they're people who I don't think exist in real life. Selfless, just really kind of inhuman main characters. But all of R.F. Kuang's characters are so real. So real, they could be a person right off the fucking street, and that's just amazing. It makes it really hard to relate to characters that is so brave, and it kind of makes you feel really shit for not being the same as them. And then there's characters like this who would make the same choices you think yourself would make. Like, wow. Because I don't know about you guys, this is like coming from the poppy wars, but if someone was coming to kill me, if I was in the front lines of a war, I would not be the first person in charge going, well, let's go, like leading the charge. I would not be that person. I'd be the person carrying the corner. I wouldn't sign up for the war in the first place, like. And a lot of her characters, they're just so fucking real, and I love that. And I love that you know what she's talking about with history and stuff, because she actually has a fucking PhD or something like that. an MP, an MPhil, and MCs in other things. She's like a university queen, basically. She's like got so many degrees. Anyway, she's insane, amazing, stunning. And this was a little bit hard on the brain, but that was only like the first bit that I told you about. The rest was pretty easy. Like after you got the gist of the world and like you started like becoming attuned to the language and stuff, and well, yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna move on from this. Every single 5-star read ever. And it's amazing how that could be a staple. Oh, if you're too scared to start the Poppy Wars, try Babel. And yes, she is not a romance author. There was no romance whatsoever. At some points, I was really confused because there was like described like an electric spark between Rami and Robin, but they're like no confirmed romance. But like, was there? I just support the gays. Spoiler territory. Okay, we'll cut that bit out. But like, I wanted to kill someone so fucking badly towards the end, but then I realized it's not her fault. It's her upbringing. And then you realize what all the English people say in this book about like, it's about the foreigners' bad upbringing when it's really the opposite way around. And I'm just like, oh my god, I want to kill them all. Yeah, so that's done. I'm gonna fill out my reading journal for this book. I'm running out of pages. Look, I've only got this much left. That's not enough room for like, maybe I'll just have to do half pages from now on or something. The end of the year is so close. I really don't want to end this clip because then I'm gonna have to write about it and think about it and then like go through all of these quotes. No, it's the way I had 40 pages left last night, but then I just like had to go to sleep. Like I couldn't do it anymore. But like I really wanted to keep going, but like I couldn't. Pen has been like, how do people do the pen things? Like I feel like everyone learned it in school, but when everyone was doing that, I was learning to like add things to my A's to make them look cooler. You know? Oh my god, that just made me think of how Robin would draw Chinese characters in the air to like demonstrate it to other people, and I was just... But what was his real name? I need to know. That would have been such a good last time. Okay, anyway. Bye. Hey guys! Hey! Hey! Oh. No fighting! No fighting!